What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got one news story for you and one question as well in terms of what I'm going to answer with the Q&A section. So for just the month of December, I'm bringing back the Q&A. I'm only going to answer 2 questions at the end of this video, and I only got 1 question so far, so it'll be at the end of this video. But if you have a question, leave your question in the comments down below with just put anywhere in the question, put the hashtag question in there, and then I'll be able to find it in my comments. Without further ado, let's jump into this big story of the day. It has to do with the Galaxy Z Flip 5, and you can probably write this down as gospel because Ross Young has an amazing record in terms of information, but especially about displays with phones. And the Galaxy Z Flip 5, he's dropping down a big golden nugget. So he starts off with a tweet, the little temptation saying, as I told my super followers yesterday, there are a couple of important changes coming to the Z Flip 5 when we dive in deeper. It says, looks like the Z Flip 5 will have a much larger cover display, 3 inches, guys. So 3 inches. I think that's almost like double. No, it's not double. It's almost an inch and a half bigger than previous on that outside display, and a different hinge design, which should reduce the visibility of the seam or the crease on there. So some big takeaways on there for the Z Flip 5, meaning that you're gonna have a bigger outside display on there so that you can see things better and interact with it definitely a little bit better, and also make it look probably honestly a little bit more modern as well. And also the seam being reduced because of the new hinge, and that's one of the things people don't like, is seeing that little the crease in the middle of the screen. They don't like it on the Z folding phones. As you can, let me turn that off, it's probably easier to see like that, going right down the middle. Now he's talking about the Z Flip 5, but you can almost guarantee if they're doing it for the Z Flip 5, they're gonna do it for the Z Fold 5 as well. Now, I don't mean they're gonna put a screen on here that's bigger or something. What I mean by that is they're probably gonna come out with also a different hinge that also reduces the crease as well on here, which for some people, it's a huge turn off to see that crease on the middle of this big display on the Z Fold 5. So you got to imagine they're going to do the same thing, though. You really have to put some heavy weight into that. Your question of the day is, what improvements do you think they need to do with the Z Flip 5 besides making the hinge more improved and the crease a little bit less and making the outside display bigger? Well, let me know. I would say like definitely the battery life, bigger, definitely much bigger battery. That would be mine, and better cameras as well. Let me know your thoughts on it. But before we end the video, let's jump into this Q&A part. And again, if you have a question, leave a comment. I'm going to choose 2 questions every single day for the month of December if I have 2 questions. So here's a question from Ray Cruz 4492. I'm looking to upgrade from the TCL R635. It's a television. He likes the TCL R655 and the TCL 745, which is better. So this is the way it works. So the last 2 numbers, the 55 and the 45, and then you have a 35. So 35 was from like, I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago. The 55 would have been 2 years after the 35, and the 45 would have been 1 year after the 35. But you're looking at a 6 series on the 655, and you're looking at a 7 series on the 745. 7 series is better than the 6 series. 6 series is better than you have a 6 series as well, but it's a newer 6 series as well. So what happens usually is the technology I've noticed at least, on the technology from the higher end TCL TVs kind of gets pushed down to the next one. So your TCL R655 should have some of the same technologies as the R745. If I were you, I'd get the 655. The reason being, especially if you're a gamer, has a much higher refresh rate on there, and it's probably going to be, you can definitely get it for a much lower price as well. So I would get the 655 series. And I wouldn't get 55 inch though. For me personally, I would either go 65 or 75 on that if you can afford it. There you guys go. Those are the questions for today and your news. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.